Hello YouTube, welcome back to Eau de Treasure. This is Steven. I bought a handful of fragrances that are going to start rolling in here in the next couple days, starting with this one. These I bought kind of for the channel. I was curious about them for a reason I'll explain in each video, but I kind of bought them just to have something to try out and to put it on the channel because it's somewhat interesting. So I usually covered discontinued, vintage, rare and interesting fragrances, and that's what this one is. This one's a discontinued, but more of a modern discontinued fragrance. This comes from the rapper Sean John. And Sean John does have actually a few fragrances that I really like. I do like Unforgivable. Unforgivable is a Creed Millésime dupe, basically. And then he also has one called Sean John, which I really like. It has cardamom and it just smells like it's a really nice modern fragrance for guys. But this one is a discontinued fragrance called 3 AM. I know nothing about it. I've never tried it before. It rarely ever pops up on shops here in Japan, but I pulled the trigger. I want to try this one out. Let's check it out. Sean John 3 AM. All right, here it is, Sean John 3 AM. This is a 50 ml bottle. This came out in 2015, and I was actually surprised when I saw that because I remember seeing these at the rack store, like TJ Maxx or Marshall's or Ross, where my family lives in USA. There were so many of them. They were like $19.99 for the big bottle or $9.99, $10 for the 50 ml bottle. And I just thought it was just another cheapie, and I kind of overlooked it and didn't think it was anything special. But now that it's discontinued, the prices have really gone up on this. And I checked eBay. I didn't run around the internet going to all the different perfume websites. I just went to eBay. It's $50 or $60 to get a 50 ml like this. As I said before, this isn't sold in Japan, and it's really rare to see this for sale here. So I grabbed it, and the price was pretty good. It was 1,600 yen, which is like $12. So $12 I spent just to try this and put this on the channel and see if you have any comments about this fragrance. And just to scratch an itch, I want to see what this smells like. Let's look over the bottle first before I do some sprays. 50 ml, 3 AM. You guys know Sean John? He's a rapper or a hip-hop artist. The notorious B.I.G. died, and he kind of went solo. He was rapping on albums with the notorious B.I.G. in the early 90s, and then he got really famous in the mid-90s. All right, so there's one concerning thing about this, and it's the cap. Let's look at the cap. It's on there pretty good. And I saw this in the listing. The seller disclosed that the cap is discolored. And I'm looking at it now. It's kind of weird. It has like this, it looks like marble. It has like this smoky cloud or something inside this cap. I don't know how it got there. It's really weird, but maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's not a big deal at all. There's a little bit on this side too. It's kind of interesting, but I'm a little bit concerned whenever you see a cap that is a little bit faded or the cap is not in great condition. That should tell you that the bottle has not been stored in an ideal climate or an ideal environment. But when I looked at the description, I saw that the juice inside is not really, it hasn't yellowed that much. You can see it's close to being full. It hasn't yellowed that much, and I looked at pictures online. When this is new, the juice is clear. So it still looks pretty good. Let's try it on. This is supposed to be like a fresh citrus fragrance. Wow, it's a great sprayer. It comes out like a mist, almost like a Dior Sauvage sprayer. All right, let's give it a whiff. Wow, I am impressed with this. Guys, this bottle is fine. I don't detect anything at all that this bottle has soured or has gone stale. I haven't looked up the batch code. What is the batch code? Can we see it here? 15035 YY. I'll look this up. But this smells wonderful. I just looked this up, and yes, it is a first bottle, 2015, February 2015, first year. Think of any fresh citrus fragrance that you know. Do you know, for example, Dior Homme Sport? Jimmy Choo Man Ice, you know, that light, refreshing citrus type fragrance. The perfumer who created this, his name is Elias Ermenidis, if I'm saying that correctly. And the notes for 3 a.m., the top notes are bergamot, mandarin orange, and cardamom. The middle notes are fig leaf, orange blossom, and geranium. And in the base, there is tonic water and leather. Last night at the bar, I was having a gin and tonic, and it does kind of, there was a slice of lime in it, so it does kind of have that fresh feeling to it. I do get the fig. There's a little bit of fig in there. This is just kind of a rich or deep, fresh citrus fragrance. Now, I don't get the leather, but maybe I just don't notice it. Maybe the leather just kind of evens everything out. According to Fragrantica, there aren't a lot of smell-alikes for this. There are the most upvotes for something called Tommy Bahama, Very Cool for Men, and Hermes, Un Jardin, and Mediterranee. But there are just as many thumbs down too. So some people agree and some people disagree that that's what this smells like. In all the reviews and all the comments on Fragrantica, people say this is a great scent. It's a great fresh citrus scent. The ladies love it. This is great to wear as a gym scent. And as for performance, they complain that it's not really that strong. It doesn't project that much. The performance is really not that great. And I'm smelling it right now, and I can agree with that. Just off the initial impression, you know, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes since I sprayed it. It's not really projecting that much, but it smells really nice and clean. So if somebody's close to you, they're going to smell this very nice citrus, effervescent scent emanating off of you. Let me squeeze the top off of this one again. It's not easy. I'm getting a workout from this. And just look at some of the accents on this. It's really nice. This is it's kind of raised. I guess it's plastic, but it looks like metal. Sean John. And the bottle does kind of look, well, it just looks artistic. Like blocks of ice cubes or something. This is actually really nice. It's too bad that it has been discontinued. It's a nice fragrance. I guess the sales weren't that high on this. As I'm trying this one out, as I'm smelling it, it's been like 10 minutes now, and I don't think I'm nose blind to it. I can still smell it, but it's very, very light. This is a very light projecting, light performing fragrance. So it feels like it's almost a very fancy body spray with a lot of great notes inside. You know, it's got the leather, the fig leaf. This is much better than like an Axe body spray or any other kind of body spray that comes out of a can. It's a very, very nice citrus body spray, basically, eau de toilette body spray. This is not a room filler. It's definitely not a room filler in performance, but I guess you can say this is definitely a very light citrus lady killer. So that's pretty much it for Sean John 3 AM, a discontinued fragrance, a modern discontinued fragrance on the Eaudetreasure channel. What do you think of this one, guys? Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think of Sean John 3 AM. Have you ever tried it? Have you ever smelled it? If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this discontinued vintage, rare, and interesting fragrance discovery on the Eaudetreasure channel. I always thank you guys for coming and for your support. Really appreciate it. Love the comments. Got a couple more things coming in the mail. All of them are interesting. Some of them are discontinued and rare, so stay tuned and come back to the channel for that. Until then, guys, hope you're having a great day out there, and take care.